What's going on, lads? It's your boy Don here, and welcome back to another episode of the Takeover, episode 4, boys and girls. Oh my days, I can't believe we're episode 4 already in the Takeover. Thank you to every single person who has actually liked the previous 3 episodes and have left comments in there. I've taken them into consideration. I will be implementing them into this episode and potentially the season finale as well, which is going to be after this episode. So we've got some important stuff that's going to be happening in today's episode, boys and girls. So get ready. So guys, as always, if you do like this content, if you are enjoying the takeover, drop a like, subscribe if you are new, put your bell on, and as well, I'm going to give you guys a challenge. How many goals does Milan Savage score in this episode? When I tell you this man takes Chelsea Football Club on his shoulders and leads us to glory, this man is an absolute brilliant signing. So from the last episode, as you know, we've got Arsenal in the in our next fixture. Willian takes us up 1-0 in the 22nd minute. Kolasinac picks up a yellow card already. Morata, the club's top goal scorer, puts us up 2-0, and then Alonso, again, brilliant left back for us. He takes us up 3-0. Mustafi picks up an injury, and just like that, we collect the 3 points at the Emirates, and that is absolutely a brilliant win. Arsenal not doing very well this year. I think they're sitting 7th at the moment, so I'm quite happy to get that dub over them. So our next fixture is actually Southend United, and let's be honest, lads, it's Southend United. You know, I think it's United, but it's Southend. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let me move a few things around. Let me hope that that some of the young players can hopefully perform. A few of the senior players who are not in the first team, I'm hoping that they can, what's the word I'm looking for? Stretch their legs, show a bit of experience and get this win over, because we need to win the FA Cup. That's one of the requirements. And let's be honest, lads, it's Southend United. So it's mixed with some first team players, some reserve players, Bakayoko Drinkwater, for example, and hopefully we can get some wins. So Southend decide to get an early lead where they're 1-0 up, playing very defensive, not doing anything wrong. We're trying to break them down. We go into the half. They're 1-0 up. They make one change. Giroud brings it level to 1-1, hoping that it doesn't seem like the score's going in at the moment. We're not scoring any goals at the moment. So we're holding on. I'm thinking, come on, there must be a goal here somewhere. And unfortunately, 4 minutes before the end of the game, they take it 2-1, and we are out of the FA Cup, which is one of the major requirements the board asks from me. So I'm very disappointed with that. So Ronaldo picks up his Player of the Year award, which is to be expected, lads. What do you guys think of Juventus signing Ronaldo, man? Let me know in the description below. Zinedine Zidane, Manager of the Year, of course. Let me know as well. What do you think? Him moving over to Juventus as the Director of Football, and then Ronaldo comes over as well. Director of Football are those who are in charge of transfers. So was Zinedine Zidane, did he orchestrate that transfer for Ronaldo? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So our next fixture is against Swansea. I think this is the first leg of the semi-final. So we got 1-0. Angel Rangel makes it 1-1 a couple minutes after. Morata, again, in fine form at the moment, makes it 2-1 to us. Hazard's brother comes on for Royce. We're looking to close out this game. When Arrow's gone, William Barkley comes on for Willian. Morata doubles gives us an increased lead and makes it 3-1. And we see out the first leg of the League Cup with a 3-1 win. So we go straight into our next game, which is against Leicester City. To be honest, with all games in the league, we need to win them, because I think we're sitting just outside the top 4, so we need to make sure we're picking up points in the Premier League. So we go into our next game. Leicester City are playing 5 in the midfield. Everyone that comes to Stamford Bridge really packs out the midfield, so you'll see in this episode. Royce is actually making a rare start, gets his first goal of the day. Alonso doubles our lead just before the half. We go into the second half, 70th minute gone. Leicester doesn't seem to be making any troubles for our defence, and it seems that we are picking up 3 points again at Stamford Bridge. The fortress is here. So we are currently top 4, and we're 10 points behind Manchester City. United seem like the only team that can actually challenge City for the title, and I do believe that we will be I think how we play will depend on who wins the title. So I decided, something came to mind as I was playing the Arsenal game. I thought, Heung-min Son, he can play left wing, he can play up front, he might be someone I want to pick up maybe in the summer. Atletico Madrid come in with a cheeky little bid. They decide they want David Luiz for under the asking price. Now, as you guys know, your boy Don's a little bit cheap when it comes to buying players, but when I'm selling them, let's just say I want money. So they want below the asking price. So I'm thinking David Luiz, he's 30 years old. He's still got a good 5 years under his belt. He's one of the top. In my opinion, one of my favorite defenders, one of the top defenders in the league. He just needs to get into a club that's going to actually honour him and play him more. So I've said 50 mil, 50 mil for David Luiz. And Atletico come back and be like, do you know what? You're having a laugh, mate. Get out of here, man. I'm not even going to sit and entertain this. And he's out of the window. And we move on to our next game against Brighton. Brighton play 5 in the midfield. If I think our last fixture against Brighton, we drew with them, if my memory serves me right. We drew 0-0. They just decided to park the bus at Stamford Bridge, and we drew 0-0. So I'm expecting a very cagey affair. Something, there's going to be a battle in the midfield, and whoever wins the midfield probably wins the game. So I'm very confident with my midfielders. Royce again is starting again with Savic, Kante, and Willian. Morata comes off. Morata comes off for Giroud. 17 minutes gone. I'm looking for someone to score a goal. They get the equalizer. They get their first goal. Royce misses a penalty, and Alonso just about on the stroke of full time, almost at full time. Alonso saves us a point. Then Dortmund comes in. Dortmund now wants David Luiz. As you know, David Luiz is not starting for the team, but he's going to play a very important role in this episode. So bear that in mind. David Luiz. Dortmund wants David Luiz for 17 million. This guy, as you know from the first episode, we have not been. I was trying to get Godin, and we don't see eye to eye. So I thought to myself, I'm not going to put 50 mil. I'm not going to be that ridiculous. I'm going to put in 45.6 million. And thought to myself, yeah, go on. You want it. You want David Luiz. Come on, Godin. He's just as good as Godin. 84 rated. No. He's having absolute none of it. So Real Madrid win the signature of Firmino in the January transfer window. We go into the second leg of the Swansea Cup. We get the second leg of the League Cup against Swansea, and already Andre Ayew, the Ayew brothers, leading the line, and they got 1-0, very very early lead at Swansea's home ground, and it's going to be a very difficult game because I think Ayew is one of the top. There's a league top goal scorers at the moment. Hazard comes on for Royce. Royce again doesn't seem to last more than 60 minutes. He comes off. For Hazard. We're trying to get that other goal. Ayew makes it 2-0, and that is it. We are out of the League Cup. What I didn't know is that this EA decided to put away goals, so it's 3-3 on aggregate. But because Swansea scored that goal in the first leg, they go on to the final, and we are out in the semi-final. So again, we're back into the Premier League. At home at Bournemouth. Bournemouth are just like Brighton, a very well organised team, very defensive. Don't really like to give up too much space. Very much in your face as well. They're not sitting back, so it's going to be very much a cage affair. I don't think there's going to be many goals in this game, but I decided to keep it at 4-4-2. 16 minutes gone, no goals at the moment. Hazard comes on for Giroud, Royce for Morata, and as soon as Royce comes on, 6 minutes later, he gets us the lead, and we have won 1-0 at the bridge. Like I said, very cagey affair. Christensen has come in for many offers for Christensen, but I've decided to hold on to Christensen because, again, just like David Luiz, he is going to play a very important role in this episode. I know there was someone mentioned in the comments. I think it's my man Paul. Shout out to Paul. Left a message in the comments saying how to play Christensen. So I'm very happy with my centre halves, but at the same time, I don't want to change them. If I need to change them, it'll be only because of the fact that they need to rest. But he plays an important part. So Thibaut Courtois, Roma come in for a bid with Thibaut Courtois. 56 million for Thibaut Courtois. I'm thinking, do I go in to negotiate? Shall I? Nah. Reject it. Move on to the next game. Thibaut Courtois is staying at the bridge. He's not going anywhere. He's one of our top goalkeepers. So going to our next game against Watford. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Again, very difficult formation to break down. Very balanced formation. But I think at the same time, as much as 4-2-3-1 is very balanced, the 4-4-2 is just as balanced as well. And I think it does cancel out. But there's not going to be many goals. However, Morata decides, top goal scorer. Boss, I'm very thankful for you having faith in me. He decides to take us up 1-0. Unfortunately, Alonso picks up a very bad injury. Willian makes doubles our lead. Makes it 2-0 at Watford's ground. And then we pick up the 3 points. We are now sitting in third place. We are about, my maths, we are sitting 10 points behind Manchester City with a game in hand. So with Alonso's injury, I've decided to play Emerson. Now, Emerson at the moment is 77 rated. He's a left wing back. So I decided to up his training to do a very, defensive endurance. So I thought, let me just put him in the training. Hopefully he'll improve. Our coach has come back and said he's got a C, which is not very good. However, I've decided, you know what, I'm going to continue playing him. I'm going to have faith in him. West Brom decides to play 5 in the midfield. Again, every opponent that comes to the bridge packs out the midfield. And I'm under no illusions of that. But we've got quality in our midfield as well. So hopefully we can play. And I've set my tactics as well to be very possession-based. So no matter how much they're going to hold possession, we're going to have a bit more quality in our midfield. So Morata brings up 1-0. Savage makes it 2-0. And then Shaw brings it back to 2-1. But I think this will be enough to hold on to the win. West Brom are pushing. But that'll be enough. And we take away another 3 points. So as you can see, we're back in the Champions League now. If you look on the left-hand side of your screen, somehow Newcastle, Watford and Brighton are in the Champions League. I do apologise. Something must have happened. I must have done the settings wrong or randomised the teams. But for some reason, Watford and Brighton are in the Champions League. But you know what? You're probably thinking, oh, you made it easy for yourself. Well, I lost to Southend United, lads. So let's be honest. Anyone can beat me at this moment in time. So... but it doesn't matter. We can only play. We play the team that's in front of us, and right now, Reims. I think that's the French team. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're playing them first leg against them. Azpilicueta picks up an early yellow card, which is not very good for him because early yellow card makes it very difficult for us. Considering that a team we're playing away as well. I've said to the boys, look, lads, no matter what happens, we need to get a goal. Whether we win or lose, we need to get a goal. And Savage decides to repay my faith in him because I've played him in pretty much every one of my games. And he makes it 1-0 to us. Where it is a defensive masterclass. Not going to make any changes, no subs or anything like that. And we win 1-0 and we take the goal advantage back to the bridge for the second leg. Emerson is lapping up all the praises because he actually performed very, very, very well in that game. He's lapping up all the applause at the moment. But unfortunately, in this episode, Emerson is going to let me down. He's really going to let me down. So, next few matches, we've got 3 important matches coming up. We've got Man United, Man City, and the second leg in the Champions League. We are sitting 4th with a game in hand over the Manchester clubs as well. Liverpool are 4 points behind us. So hopefully, if we can keep on grabbing up points, we can keep Liverpool at bay and stay in the top 4. So coming against Man United, they're in a 4-3-3, a very famous formation that Mourinho played when he first came to England under Chelsea. So he's brought it back to Man United to make a very more attacking team. Very cautious of Man United because they're very well organised team. Emerson picks up a yellow card. Alexis Sanchez takes Man United up 1-0. Unfortunately, we're not going to play very well in this game. Royce comes off a Kante, Martial for Lingard. Matty picks up a yellow card, then he picks up a second yellow, but that seems to be enough as United take the 3 points to put more pressure on their Manchester rivals. Lindelof picks up Player of the Month. He performed a defensive masterclass, especially against me, and it's going to be a tough day. So we have Manchester City in the next round. So I decide to go to the press conference and decide to really give Morata the praise that he deserves into the Manchester game. So again, we come up against a 4-3-3 in the Manchester club. Savage takes us 1-0 very early, which settles the nerves. Godin picks up a really bad injury. Christensen comes on for Godin. I've decided to put Rudiger on the reserves and Christensen on the bench because I heard that he's very good. So hopefully he can serve us well because he's coming to a very big game. And Willian takes us up 2-0, doubles our lead. Christensen picks up a yellow card. Eriksen salvages a goal for Man City, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough for us because Rodrigo makes it 3-1 and we take 3 points and we are straight into the second leg. And Reims comes back into Stamford Bridge with, again, 5 in the midfield. But Rodrigo says, even though I'm playing on the wing, I can still bang in goals for you, Gaffer. So Azpilicueta picks up his second yellow, so he's going to miss the next match. He's picking up a suspension because he's definitely getting a suspension because he's picked up a second yellow. Rodrigo bags his second goal of the day. Reims makes it 2-1, but that's not going to be enough for them because we are 3-1 on aggregate with the away goal, and we take our win over into the quarterfinals, and we are good to go. We come against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace trying to match our formation. They're not packing out the midfield like the other teams, but they decide to match us in the 4-4-2. We've got they got key players, Benteke, Loftus-Cheek. We need to be very, very cautious of. Aspilicueta and Emerson pick up an early yellow. Savage picks bags a goal for us in the 29th minute. Rodrigo bags a goal for us in the 35th minute. Both these teams, Savage, Rodrigo, and Morata, absolutely on form for us. Unfortunately, Savage misses a pen, but Morata gets his second goal for the day, and that is going to be enough. And Emerson picks up a second yellow. He receives his marching orders, and he will be suspended for the next game. And I think Alonso is just on his way back. Our next match is against Burnley, so I decide again to give Rodrigo the praise that he deserves because he's our most informed player. So we're away at Burnley's ground. We need to pick up the 3 points as per usual. Away games is very, very important. If we win our away games, that puts us in a very, very good position. Rodrigo repays my faith in him. As I said, I bigged him up in the press conference and he bags us a goal. Royce comes on for Kante. Morata bags himself a goal as well. Our top goal scorer. Very happy with the performance. David Luiz comes on for Godin. I was resting Godin. Didn't want to play him for a full 90 minutes because we've got an important game coming up. Burnley get themselves a goal, but it's not going to be enough for them to win the game. And we collect 3 points for the boys. So, we are sitting 4th place with a game in hand over Spurs. We have Spurs in the next match. This is going to be an important game. I'm quite fortunate the fact that Eriksen is now at Manchester City, so we don't have to worry about Eriksen. Now, they are 3 points ahead of us, but we have a game in hand. This is a must-win game. If they win this game and win their game in hand as well, they'll be 9 points ahead. So we need to slow down Spurs. They've decided to pack out their midfield, just like every other team. Every other team packs out their midfield, but unfortunately, they've received the same fate, and that's 3 points. But hopefully, this is a different team. But Giroud, no love lost with Spurs fans. Giroud gets us the goals, celebrates like an absolute goat, and bags us a goal, so gives us the lead so we can settle the nerves. Hazard comes on for Morata. This young kid is doing absolutely brilliant. William makes it 2-1. Royce comes on for Savage, who seems to be getting quite tired. Aurier brings up salvages a goal for Spurs, but Giroud makes it 3-1 and bags the goal for us to pick up the 3 points. And now we are level on points. However, Spurs do have a game in hand, so we're hoping that they will lose that game in hand and bring us to 3rd place. We've got a massive West London derby. West Ham come to the bridge and decide not to pack out the midfield, but play 5 at the back. Savage is like, I don't care how many people we put at the back, I'm bagging in a goal. 6 minutes in, 1-0 up against the Hammers. We need to win this game, for not just for the sake of the 3 points, but for the sake of West London, because as far as I'm concerned, London is blue. London is blue, boys and girls. It is blue, blue, blue. 1-0 up against the Hammers. Lanzini comes on. Royce comes on. Hazard comes on. Woodburn, the young player, comes on as well. Kante bags himself a goal, and we pick up the 3 points against West Ham. We come against Udinese. Udinese decide to pack out the midfield but play 3 at the back, which is a big mistake, considering that we are in fine form at the moment at Stamford Bridge. So Willian makes it 1-0. Savage 2-0. We are in fine form and we are just knocking on their door. 3-0 Morata after the break. Morata picks up a yellow card, but that's okay because Morata is in fine form, our top goal scorer. The Savage makes it 4-0 just before the half, and we pick up we take a 4-0 lead into the second leg against Udinese. I think they're an Italian team, my memory serves me right. So we're going off to Italy in the second leg, which I'm very, very happy about, because a 4-0 win in the Champions League is a massive confidence boost. But not only that, it sends a signal to the rest of the teams inside of the Champions League that we're not just here to play. We want to win this. We want to win the Champions League. So we've got the 4 points, and we move over to our next game against Southampton. Southampton, a very, very difficult team. 5 at the back. And Romelu, ex-Chelsea player, gets a yellow card. Savage scores his goal. Hope you're keeping count how many goals Savage has scored. Southampton get the equaliser. I believe Sean Davis gets the equaliser for Southampton. We're going to the second half. Romeo gets the lead for Southampton. Hazard brings us back level. That's Hazard's brother, by the way. For those who, if this is the first time you're watching, it is Hazard's brother, not Eden Hazard, because Eden Hazard is out for the season. So I decided to play his brother, and he seems to be doing really well. We snapped the 3 points. The point. And we go into our next game against Udinese, the second leg. We got a 4-0 aggregate lead over Udinese. They decided to go 3 at the back at home. Again, big mistake. Moses picks up a yellow card in the 28th minute. Don't think there's going to be many goals in this game because obviously they're at home this time, so they're more comfortable playing 3 at the back. But that doesn't matter because in they 3 at the back, home or away, against Chelsea, you're not going to win. So 80th minute, no goals are going in just yet. And just as I say that, Savic makes it 1-0, and then we are going into the next round of the Champions League, which I believe is the semi-finals of the Champions League, boys and girls. And we are sitting in a very, 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 very good position at the moment, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. So our next game is against Huddersfield, and again, the board is not happy with me at the moment, but I'm okay. I've got a lot of pressure from the board at the moment. The rating has gone down by 14. We are hitting our below target, but that's okay because I'm going to win. I believe I can win the Champions League, and I'm pushing to win the Premier League. So we've got some important games coming up in May. Brighton in the semi-finals. Liverpool is a must win game because they are 5th. So right at this moment in time, we are sitting with 4 games to go. We are sitting 5 points behind Man City, all level on games. So we've got an important game against Liverpool. We're sitting 6 points ahead of them, which is an absolute must win. All right, I'm hoping that wherever happens, people need to. Oh no, sorry, I'm not talking about 5 points. It's 15 points behind Man United. So therefore, the game to get top 1 to win the league is way out of the question. We need basically to get 2nd place. So winning the league is out of the question, but 2nd place is not out of the question. So we're going to push as far as we possibly can go, boys and girls. Man City win the League Cup final. As you can see, I'm flicking through what we can possibly win, and there it is. There we could either face Bayern Leverkusen or Barcelona in the final. We've got to get past Brighton first. I'm not going to take them for granted, even though they are Brighton. But you know what? We're going to try and win this game either way, lads. So, guys, if you do like this video and you're excited to see the season finale of the Takeover, will we get 2nd place? Will we win the Champions League? Let's see in the next episode, guys. If you do like this video, guys, drop a like, subscribe. How many goals is Savic scoring this episode? Let me know in the comment section below. If you do like this video, guys, please drop a like. I stream over on Twitch as well. If you do enjoy some of the Foot Champs run, if you are coming over from Twitch to watch this video, I did get Elite Free in the weekend league, and I will be uploading my rewards this week as well. So guys, please drop a like, subscribe, jump over to my Twitch channel as well. And follow my channel, and I'll see you at the next episode, the season finale of the Takeover. Let me know which club you want me to take over before FIFA 19 comes out, lads. So family, I will see you at the next video.